అక్కడ కనిపించట్లేదు నేను. Hi guys, we still have 5 more minutes. In these 5 minutes, if you have anything to ask, you can ask me. If you have any questions to ask, please ask now. We have 3 more minutes. Sir, will you be doing project on Java? Yeah, that is in the plan. So doing a project in Java is in the plan. But first I have to finish the Java. Sir, in remote jobs interviews, do they ask puzzles? Yes, they ask puzzles. Sir, I am currently in 2nd semester. I should focus on learning technologies like ML, web design, or should I prepare for GATE? ML is not a technology. ML is a science. Web development is technologies. I suggest that you focus on preparing for GATE. Okay. When are you going to start high-level design? So I am going to start high-level design very soon. Still 2 minutes to go. If you have any questions, please ask me. We will start in another 2 minutes. Sir, there is no session for live coding. Yeah, today at 7 o'clock we have session for live coding. I have already scheduled the event. Ramu, can you check the event? Today at 7 p.m. we have live coding. Yeah, GitHub classes will continue. So web technologies will also start. But right now my top priority is to complete Java first. So this month I have to finish Java. So I'll be taking some extra classes for Java. And after Java is over, we can focus on web technologies, okay? As well as high level design. Let me first complete Java. Okay. Okay guys, we shall start the class. I exactly don't know what is the context in which you got the error. I think you are trying to assign something to a string which is not a string. That must be a problem. Rahul, first I have to start the Java project, then I will know when I will complete it. Okay. So let's see some interview problems on arrays. Now the first problem is song randomizer. You might have seen that online music streaming services like Ghana, Spotify, even Apple Music will also have a playlist. Okay. Okay. So whenever you have a playlist of songs, generally you want to play them in a random order and not in the same order all the time, because it gets boring. What I mean to say is, if you have used ever Ghana or anything, okay, one second. If you have ever used something like Ghana or Apple Music or Spotify, then you can create multiple playlists and you can add songs to the playlist, right? But there is a system called as shuffle play, and shuffle play is used in order to play the music randomly, not in the same order without repeating. Which means, let us say you have songs like this in your playlist. One song is Bahubali, okay, and other song, let's say, is Sugar, okay, and the other song is maybe some disco, and let us say other song that you have in your playlist is Beautiful by Akon. Okay, now when you have this playlist, you would like to play these songs in a random order, not in the order in which you have added them to the playlist, because if continuously the same order is being followed, it will get boring. We like to be surprised, right? Pleasantly surprised. We always love to have pleasant surprises. We don't want to have the same order all the time. Got it? In that case, in the playlist, you will see some symbol like this. A symbol like this. This symbol says that we are going to shuffle, we are not going to play in the same order. Now, an interviewer might ask you the question about, given a playlist, how can you play them in a random order? How can you shuffle the songs? So this problem is called as song randomizer. It is a very popular problem which is asked in many interviews. Okay, how are you going to solve it? That's the question. Aptitude classes, see, if you look at the interview preparation, whatever problems we are solving, all come under aptitude only. There will not be specific aptitude questions asked. All these problems are going to test your aptitude. Okay. Yeah, Deepankar. So yeah, my favorite song is Bahubali songs. I listen to all the songs, not just Bahubali, but yeah, I like Bahubali songs. Okay, now this is a screenshot I have taken, and these are all the songs that we have, and here we have a symbol called as shuffle. When you click on that, all the songs are going to play randomly. Okay, let's say you have been provided with a playlist of songs in the form of an array. The problem is we have an array. Okay, in this array we have songs like Bahubali, the Disco, like some songs like Sugar, Blank Space, and maybe let us say 2 more songs. So what are the recent songs that I heard? Maybe some Telugu songs, and maybe some Tamil song is there. Okay, now all these songs are given to you in an array. That is the problem statement. Now you have to implement an algorithm which returns a different song ID every time a song is request 0. ID of this one is 1, ID of this one is 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you have to write an algorithm in such a way that every time you ask for the next song to be played, a different number has to come up. Now that song which is related to that number, which is actually represented by that number, will be played. Okay, and also the condition is that we have to make sure that the selection of the song is truly randomized. The selection of the song has to be really truly random. What is truly random? Every song should be equally likely to be played. Every song should be equally likely to be played. Okay, so how are you going to do that? That is the question. Now solution is, how are you going to do that? So let's discuss some of the ambiguities after looking at the question. So what are the ambiguities that you have to ask the interviewer? What are the questions that you have to ask the interviewer when he gives you this question? Whenever an interviewer gives you this question, you are supposed to ask him questions in order to understand better. Okay, now how are these songs given as input? What is present in that array? Is it a binary object or is it a song ID? That one you have to ask. Okay, anyway, that really doesn't matter in the solution, but you should definitely ask it. Okay, and the next one is, are more songs going to be added while the shuffle algorithm is serving the songs? This question you should add, which means the song list, is it a dynamic or a static list? Which means, are you having all these songs, and then after all these songs are added, while you are running the algorithm, is a new song going to be added, right? Static or dynamic, you have to ask. What should happen once we play all the songs in the playlist? Are you going to restart it or are you going to stop? Right, so some of the playlists say that. So I think you have seen this option. So let us say there is a song randomizer. Then if you highlight it, it is shuffle, and along with that there is one more option that comes up which will actually play the songs once all the songs are over. What I mean to say is, let us say there are 4 songs in the list. You have played them all. Then what should you do? Should you play it again or should you stop? That question also has to be asked. So the 3 main questions that you are supposed to ask is, how is the input given? Is it a binary object or is it a song number? That is one thing that you are supposed to ask. Okay, and the second question that you are supposed to ask is whether the playlist is static or dynamic, which means after you add these songs, are you going to add more songs while the algorithm is running, or is it a dynamic static, which means no songs will be added. Once you freeze the playlist, you are not going to add any songs while this algorithm is running. Okay. And the third question is, what should happen once all these songs are played? Okay. Now let's assume that we are provided with the answers given by the interviewer are, we are given the song IDs. It is not an object file, it is not an object, we are given a song ID. Okay. Now we are going to return, when an ID is returned, the song will be fetched from a different backend service having an object. So which means the given array only contains the song IDs as a string. Okay. Song IDs as integers, song IDs are given in the array, and once you have chosen a number, ID number, then some other process is going to select a song from the AWS or GCS. So AWS or GCS, these are the cloud services. We shall talk about it later. It is not in the in this course, it is not there. Okay. Now we can assume that, so interviewer has said that the list is static for now, it is not dynamic, and later at the end of the course we will also complicate a bit by taking dynamic playlists. Okay. We shall see it at the end of the course, not now. Here I don't want to complicate it too much. Got it? So you got all the answers. So what are the questions? Once the playlist is over, let us assume that we are going to start again with the same playlist. This is the last answer. So we got all the answers that we are looking for, right? Then how are you going to solve it? So one simple solution we might say is, if you have an array, right? Now the numbers are like this, 0, 1, 2, so on 9. You may say that use the random method of Java. In Java there is a method called as random in the utilities. I'll discuss about this in Java course. For now, think that you already know about it. So this random method can be used to generate a random number. Okay. Let us say a random number is generated, and let us say song number 7 is selected. Okay. Fine. But the problem with this approach is, next time when I call the random again, it will forget what is the number that it has previously given. It might again say number 7. It might again say number 7, right? And which means the same song will be played, and again it will forget it, and again if I call the random, there is a chance that it might again give 7, which means we are not getting truly randomized songs. If you use a random number generator, there is no guarantee that, or in fact there is no perfect random number generator. So you might, whenever you call a random number generator, you might get the same number again and again in worst case. So it is not truly helpful. In order to solve this problem, you can think of a solution where a basic solution is, if you have songs like this, 0 to let us say 9, and let us say 7th song is selected now, then what you can do is, you can maintain a separate array, and you can play this song and store that song in that second array, and you delete that song. Okay, and you shuffle all of them till 8, which means you move the 9th song to here, and now our new list will contain 0 to 8. Okay. But what is the problem with this? The problem is, I need a new array which is going to take space complexity of order of n, and whenever a song is pulled out, the time complexity for shuffling the entire array or getting all the elements together is again going to be order of n time. That is a disadvantage, right? Therefore, you have to come up with a solution. You have to come up with a solution which is going to generate random songs truly, Every song has to be equally likely, and also I don't want to end up with order of n time complexity and order of n space complexity. Okay. So brute force approach says that we can use an additional array which will keep sorting these songs. So whatever songs we have kept, so this entire explanation is about that, the method that I have just shown you, right? So it is going to have a space complexity of order of n and a time complexity of order of n, right? And therefore we need a optimized method, right? So in the optimized method, what we do is simple. Optimized method is very simple. We are going to use only one array. We are going to use only one array, right? And in that array, I am going to maintain a division. Let us say the songs are like this: song number 1, song number 2, song number 3, song number 4, song number 5, song number 6. Let us assume that this song is played now by the random number generator. This song is selected. Then what I will do is, since this song is selected and already played, I will try to put it at the end of the list, and whatever song is there, I'll put it here. And now I have a division, clear division. This division says that all these songs are played and all these songs are not played, right? And now a random number generator will be again generated on this range only, right? Therefore, there is no chance that I get the same song again because it is in the other list. Now let us say this one is played, song number 2 is played. Then what happens? Song number 2 will be pushed to the end. Song number 2 is here and song number 5 comes here. And again clearly there is a division. This is played and this is not played. Again I generate a random number only on this range, 0, 1, 2, 3. Only on this range I will generate a random number. Got it? Got it? Therefore you can clearly see that space is not required, order of 1, and the time complexity for each song is order of each, whenever you generate a random number, is order of 1, right? So this is a simple elegant solution which gives you time complexity and space complexity of order of 1. Now you have to ask some questions here. Is this truly random? Yes, this is truly random because the same song is not going to be placed or played 2 times. Why? Once it is played, I am putting it at the end. Once it is played, I am putting that song at the end, right? And I am not going to select those songs as long as this list is there. So basically we have divided into 2 lists, right? So this is the pending list and this is the played list, and every time I am going to take a number only from the pending. Got it? Got it? That is how this solution works. Now I am going to show you the code now, but anyway at 7 p.m. I am going to show this code now, but anyway at 7 p.m. I am going to do live coding. So you can get your laptops and you can code along with me. I will explain you the code line by line. In this class, I am going to explain you the entire algorithm as well as the program. Okay? But in 7 p.m. class, I am going to go line by line into the coding. Okay? Got it? Okay, so basically this algorithm is going to divide the entire array into 2 parts. One part is called as pending lot. So these songs are pending, and the other part is called as served lot. These songs are already played. That is what the division is, right? So contiguous array of song IDs which have not been played till now, this partition will be maintained in the front of the array. So whichever songs are not played till now, they will be in the front of the array. And contiguous array of song IDs which have been served, which have been played, are going to be at the rear part of the array, which means towards the end of the array served part is present and at the beginning pending part is present. Okay, so just go through the explanation. I'll explain you. Just go through that. I'll explain you. Initially, the entire array will be pending. When an index is chosen from a random generator, the song ID in that position will be served. Before returning this ID, we will swap this song at chosen index with the lost index, therefore increasing the size of the served lot. Next time, the second lost element will be used to swap the chosen index and so on. Basically, we are using the array itself to remember the IDs which have already been served. Okay. Initially, all the songs are in pending lot. Okay. And a random number is generated. Then whenever a song is selected, that song is going to be, so let us say these are all the songs that we have in the list. And whenever a song is selected, let us say this song is selected, then this will be swapped with the last one, right? Then I got B here. Got it? So the orange colored portion is going to represent the served. So this orange color portion, it represents what are all the songs which are already played, and the blue color will represent the songs which are not yet played. Okay, so this is the code I have written. So don't worry about the code as of now. At 7 p.m. class, we are going to dive deep into this. Okay, and at 7 p.m. class, we are going to do live coding. We'll write the code line by line. But just for your sake of understanding, I'll just explain the code here. So see this, for those who don't want to participate in live coding, I will just explain it here. Initially, all the songs will be in a integer array called as playlist, and we'll have a pointer which always maintains the separation between the two lists. And random is a random number generator which is used in order to generate a random number. So basically what we are trying to do here is, so this is nothing but a constructor. Constructor will initialize the playlist. And what is the pending lot endpoint? Initially the last pending lot endpoint will be at the end of the array. Initially everything is pending only. Okay, then we are going to write the function called play random song. Okay, and we are going to maintain two integers. One is what is the song to return, and the other one is song to return ID, and the other one is song to return the song itself. ID means the array index. Okay, now we are going to generate a random number, and we are going to get into the array of songs, and we are going to see what is the song that has to be returned because of this random number. And after that number is generated, I am going to swap. This is the swap logic. And after swapping, I am going to return that particular song which has to be played. Okay, so this is the algorithm. You can think of it as an algorithm. It is not a complete program, so we didn't give any input to it and we didn't test it. So at 7 p.m. class, I am going to write the entire program. Along with this, I am going to write main also, the driver function, and I'll give some test cases and I'll show you, and I'll write all these line by line, and I'll analyze each line at 7 p.m. class. Okay, So now that you understood the algorithm, what you can do is, if you have time before 7 p.m, you just go through this, you just try to see the program on your own, write the program on your own. Okay. So I'll give you 2 minutes time. Just go through this entire program. Don't write it anywhere. You try this program on your own, and at 7 p.m, I will write the program again. Okay, just go through it for 2 minutes. I'll give you 2 minutes. So this program is given just for your understanding. This is not the complete program. You can think of it as a pseudocode. In the interviews, when you go for interviews, pen ekkada pettanu? Okay. Pen ekkada undi? So in the interviews, you are supposed to write the complete program. Okay, so I think you got a question that. Thank you, Ahuja. So I think you got a question here. Thank you, Unique. So I think you have got a question that how the random number generators are used. So see this. Here if you see it, the range of the random number generated will be from 0 to this pending lot -1. Okay. So 0 to pending lot endpoint -1. So I'll just explain you. So what I mean to say is, initially you have 0, 1, 2, let us say 3 and 4. 5 songs are there. initially when you call the random number generator, you are going to generate next int. So you are going to write like this: random dot next int. You are going to write 5 initially, right? Then one of the numbers from 0 to 4 will be generated. Let us say it generated a number 2. Then what does it mean? This song has to be played. Okay, I am going to play this song. Then what I do is, whatever song is present here, let us say X and let us say Y, these two will be swapped, which means X will come here, sorry, Y will come here and X will go there. And now our pending lot will point to this, right? So next time I am going to call using 4, which means a random number will be generated only from 0 to 3. That is how I guarantee that every time a random number is generated. Got it? Yeah, Ahuja is our team member only. He is going to answer all your comments. Okay, whatever comments you write, Ahuja is going to Pranjal Ahuja is going to answer your comments, and he is our team member only. Okay, fine, don't worry, none of your doubts will go unnoticed. So space complexity for this one is going to be order of 1, and the time complexity for this one is going to be order of 1, right? Guys, there is a small announcement. So today a new batch for GATE is starting, and if you are serious about GATE, you can join today, and whatever classes have happened so far, they all will happen again in the live sessions. Okay, and we have the best team for GATE in India, right? And we are the best people for respective subjects. For example, Venkatrao sir is known as God of TOC compiler design, and Subbarao sir is known as God of algorithms and data structures, right? And you know Sanchit Jain, he teaches in Hindi. Vishwadip Goti is very good with CO, right? Like that, we have the best team, and even more people are going to join us. Okay, and coming to this course, algorithms and data structures, every day I'll be doing programming in Java for some algorithm, and for the same algorithm at 9:30 every day in C++, Jay Bansal will be doing the coding. Okay, fine. And we have a competition called as Combat, where you can actually participate in the competition, and it is a all India competition, biggest competition that happens. Okay, so in this test, this is the biggest test. Everyone in India preparing for GATE will be writing this test. You can assess your preparation. Along with that, if you get a good rank below 100, you are going to get scholarship as well. And the scholarships are like this: if you get a rank from 1 to 3, you are going to get 1 year subscription for free. If your rank is from 4 to 10, you are going to get 75% discount on the fee, and 11 to 50 you are going to get 50% discount, and 51 to 100 you are going to get 25% discount. You can also follow me on the Telegram channel, and on Telegram channel we are going to share a lot of information like practice questions, solutions, notes, many things we are going to share on this. Why should you join Unacademy? So the main reason that you have to join Unacademy is because of the teachers, and other than that you have a lot of other benefits. You have the live classes, unlimited access, top educators, study material, and best test series, and regular doubt clearing sessions, and exhaustive coverage of syllabus. So exhaustive coverage of syllabus, I can assure you that no other coaching center in India could cover the amount of syllabus that we cover and at the depth that we cover. Okay, so you can I bet on that. Okay, so we are the winning horses and you need to bet on us. Okay, now if you want 10% discount, you can use the code RRCS. There are 2 subscriptions you can go for. One is called Plus and other is called Iconic. In Plus, you get all the live classes, crash courses, weekly tests, doubt clearing sessions, English and Hindi batches. In Iconic, you are going to get all my recorded content. and along with that a personal coach will be assigned to you who will take care of all your needs like preparation, how to prepare, what subjects to prepare, how to take a test, and in case if you have written a test and if you didn't do well, then your tests will be analyzed. So a lot of things will be happening here. And you have a study planner, study booster. So if you are not preparing well, then there will be study booster sessions, and then personalized test analysis, preparatory study material, and dedicated doubt clearing sessions. All this will be happening in Iconic. So if you are serious about GATE, I suggest that you go for Iconic. It has got better features compared to Plus. Guys, why should you go for GATE? This is the best way to get into IITs, and if you get into an IIT, that is the best way to get into product-based companies. The entire path will be very simple. Okay, so if you are planning to get into a product-based company, don't neglect GATE. Get into IITs, and it will be a cakewalk from then on. But even after you get into IITs, you should be good with whatever I'm teaching here. Algorithms and programming, right? Algorithms, data structures and programming. Okay, fine. Now for 1 year, the fee of Plus is 27,000 rupees, and for 2 years the fee is 39,000 rupees. And for Iconic, for 1 year the fee is 45,000 rupees, and for 2 years the fee is 66,000 rupees. Go for Iconic if you are serious about GATE. And you are going to get all my recorded content like this on the Android platform. Okay, and whatever classes I am taking now, if you want to download these slides, every Saturday there will be a revision session on Unacademy platform. You can download all these slides in that revision session. Okay, you can attend that revision session and you can download all the classes. Okay, great. So if you like this video, guys, please subscribe, like, share. Okay, fine. Let's see the next problem. So the next problem is about missing convicts. So I will just read out the problem for you. Consider that there is a jail where each convict means that prisoner, each convict is assigned a unique identifier, and the way of assigning the unique identifier is like this. For example, what they are trying to say here is, if there are 10 prisoners or 10 convicts, then the numbers assigned to them will be number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, so on, number 10. Okay. Now what is the problem here is, let us say there are 10 members here. Now there has been a jailbreak, which means someone escaped from the jail, and authorities have provided you a list of IDs. All the IDs are provided to you except one ID who is missing, and all of these IDs are provided to you in a random way, which means you have got something like this, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 8, 10, 9. Okay, now they have given you some IDs like this, which are actually jumbled, and one of the convict is missing and that number is missing. So in this case the number missing is 1. You are supposed to find out that number. Simple. That is the question. Okay, Bharat, I'm not going to do OS on YouTube. I'll be doing OS on Unacademy platform. Okay, so now see this, guys. There are some number of convicts, which means prisoners, and one of the convict escaped. We don't know who he is, but our jailer is going to give us an array of numbers in a randomly sorted, in a random order, not in a sorted order. You are supposed to find out which number is missing. That is the question. That is the question, right? Now, how can you find out that missing convict? So that is, this problem is called as missing convict. So every standard problem in algorithms and data structures has a name, right? Very good. So Pratik is saying that why don't you sort it and search it? That is a nice idea. So we can sort it and we can find the convict. But the problem is, if I have to sort it, the time complexity is going to be order of n log n. Now the question is, can we do something better than this? Do we really have to sort it? Without sorting it, can we do something better? Because clearly we have a range of numbers, and clearly only one number is missing, right? Can we do better? Can you answer? Can someone answer me if there is a better way of doing it? Okay. So you might feel that it is a simple, straightforward one, and you might feel that it is an array of n. So see this. Do you want me to give a... So brute force approach is simply this. Brute force approach says that sort all the numbers and find the missing number. It is going to take order of n log n time. Space complexity is order of 1 only, but the time complexity is order of n log n, right? So what is the solution? The optimized solution is just like how a hash set works. So we didn't discuss about the hash set. We'll talk about it later. Without talking about hash set, I'll tell you what the solution is, how we can solve it, and then I'm going to show you the code also. Okay. Now let us say there are 5 people and one person is missing, right? So we have 4, 3, 2, 1 is missing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 is there, right? So given an array of 4, and the array indices are like this, 0, 1, 2, 3. I will try to put them in their respective places. So since the array index is starting from 0 and the range, okay, this is important to understand, the range of numbers here will be from 1 to, let us say, n. But the array indices I have are from 0 to n minus 2. That is a problem. How are you going to map the numbers from 1 to n into the numbers of 0 to n minus 2? For example, here the total convicts are from 1 to 5, but the total numbers I have is from 0 to 3. N is 5 and n minus 2 is 3. How am I going to arrange them? So one simple technique that I can come up with is try to map every number to minus 1. 1 is mapped to 0, 2 is mapped to 1, 3 is mapped to 2, like that. Try to map them like this, and whenever you have the number 5, this will go and sit in the missing number slot. Okay, I'll tell you with this example. Now what I will try to do is, I will write a for loop in such a way that I am going to traverse the entire list, and as I am traveling, whenever I come across a number, I will put it in its place. For example, number 4 has to be kept in the place 3, because from 0 to 3, number 4 falls in 3. Therefore, 5 will be here and 4 will be here. And now I'll observe that number 5 is there, but for number 5 it is out of the range. We don't have any slot for number 5. Actually number 5 has to be kept in slot number 4, but we don't have this slot. Therefore we move on to the next one. Number 2 has to be present in index 1 only, therefore there is no problem. And number 3 has to be present in index 2 only, no problem. and number 3 has to be present in, number 4 has to be present in index 5, therefore no problem, right? So I have actually, in an order of n time, in one traversal, I am able to put all the numbers in their positions, right? Now I will traverse it one more time, and if some number is not in its position, then I can say that that number is missing. For example, at 0, a number 1 should be present, but 5 is there. Therefore, I can say that clearly the convict who is missing is 1. The convict who is missing is 1. Got it? Okay. So one other way you can solve it is, as someone has mentioned here, you can use this sum, right? As someone has mentioned it here, we can add all the numbers n into n plus 1 by 2, but the problem is you don't know what is the range. Okay, so I'll repeat this again. So let us say what I'm going to try here is, see, I'll take one more example. Let me take one more example. Assume that the numbers are given like this. So 6, maybe I'll write 1 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So this is the array given. Right? And the indices are like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Indices are like this. Right? And the range is 1 to 6 is given. Right? Therefore 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now, in order of n time, in just one scan, I want to put all these numbers in their respective places. 1 has to be in 0, 2 has to be in 1, 3 has to be in 2, 4 has to be in, let us say 4 is not given, right? Which one is not given? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is not given. Okay. So 4 has to be in 3, right? 5 is not given, 6 is given. And 6 will be present in the place where 5 has to sit, which means here. Okay. Then I will scan this entire array. And while scanning this entire array, I am going to see whether the elements are present in their respective places or not. And here you observe that at the position 4, 5 should be present, but 6 is present, and that is where you are going to say that 5 is missing. Now let us see the algorithm. How am I going to do this is, initially I will be looking at this particular element, right? And you have seen that 6 is not present in the place where it is supposed to be present. Where should 6 present? 6 should be present in index 5, but index 5 is not there. Therefore, we leave it and go to the next element. The largest element will not have a space, will not have a slot. Ultimately, it is going to go and sit in the slot of the missing number in this algorithm. Got it? Got it? Okay. So someone is asking, why can't we add all the numbers? We know that the sum of first 6 numbers is 6 into 6 plus 1 by 2, right? Now this is some number. Let us say this is 6 into 5, which is 15, right? Sorry, 7 into 3, which is n into n plus 1 by 2, right? 7 into 3 is 21. And then you are going to add all these numbers and then subtract what is the sum of all these numbers. You are going to find the missing number. Great. But the problem is when you go with this integer addition, then there may be an overflow, integer overflow. The numbers may be too large, too big, that there will be an overflow. So this whatever solution I am talking about is a simple solution. Okay. Now let me explain this solution. Two scans one after the other. We are not making two scans one inside the other. First one scan will be over and next other scan. But just understand this, guys. First, so I'm seeing the number 2. And what is the position of number 2? The position of number 2 is one index only, right? At this point only. Therefore, there is no problem. We are going to go for the next one, right? Now, 4 has to be present at position 3. Therefore, I am going to swap. 4 has to be present in number 3. Therefore, I am going to swap this one and this one. So, 1 will come here and 4 will go there. Now again, if I observe it, 1 has to be present in 0 position. 1 has to be present in 0 position. Therefore, I am going to swap 1 and 6 here. Right? Now if I see 6, there is no place for 6. Right? So we move to the next one. Now 4 has to be present in number 3, it is there. And now 3 has to be present in number 2 position. Therefore, I am going to swap 6 and 3. So 6 is going to come here and 3 is going to come here. Now if you observe it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So what is that I am doing here? I am starting only algorithms class only, right? So this is algorithms and data structures course. Okay. Now if you observe this here, so 1 is present at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 indices. Now if I scan this entire list one more time, I can see that 1 is present in its position, 2 is present, 3 is present, 4 is present, but at index 5 and index 4, 5 is supposed to be present but 6 is present. Therefore, you can say that 5 is the convict who is missing. Okay. Now let's look at the code. So the space complexity, as we are storing all the IDs in additional hash set is, okay. So hash set, we are not using this. So this is the method. So we are not using the hash set method as of now. I'll tell you about it later. So the method that we are using now is here. Anyway, I have explained it clearly, so no need to read all this. So we can directly go to the program. Now in the program, I have written, so you can consider this program as the, it is actually a working program only, but I don't have the main function and test cases and I didn't run it. So I am going to talk about this. I am going to write the program at 7 o'clock session, line by line, and we are going to analyze it. So for now, you just understand this one. So we are having a for loop, and in the for loop, I am going to go from 0 to the last index, one by one. Okay. And if you observe it, inside the for loop, I have, so this is not the one, yeah, while loop here. So inside the for loop, I have a while loop. So what is happening here is, whenever you are traversing the array number by number, you might have seen in the previous example that at some index, after swapping the number, let us say 2 and 5, 5 came here and 2 went there. Now 5 is not in its right position. Therefore, 5 will be kept in its right position, and whatever number, let us say 8 is there, and 8 is brought here. And again, you might feel that 8 is not in its right position. Therefore, by standing at an index, you might have to place many elements in its right position. That is why inside the for loop, which is going to run from beginning to ending, we have a while loop which is actually trying to put every number that is coming into that index at its right position, right? So you might feel that there is a for loop, and inside the for loop there is a while loop, and therefore it is order of n square. No, it is not order of n square. Why? Because whenever you are trying to put a number in its right position, when you actually go to that particular number, it will already be in its right position, which means if 1 rupee is the cost for putting every element in its right position, right? Sometimes at standing at one index, you are going to use 4 rupees for putting 4 numbers in its right position, and when you go to the right positions, you are not going to use any rupee. So this is called as amortized analysis, right? So you might feel that it is order of n square solution, but it is order of n only. Okay, so we are going to see the code for this at 7 p.m. class, line by line. Okay, hi, now my recorded videos are available on Unacademy platform if you take Iconic subscription. Okay, and you can access the videos only on Android app, not on iOS. Only on Android app you'll be able to see all my recorded videos, and they are very well structured and organized. So if you see this, so you can go to computer science, and in the computer science you can see what are all the subjects available. Now if you click on a subject, it is going to show you all the videos one by one, right? And you can also give your learning preferences. Okay, so learning preferences is either what is the target year and what is the C, are you going to learn for GATE ESC or something like that. Okay, so if you want to register for it, you can use the code RRCS, and you are going to get 10% discount if you use the code RRCS. Okay, so if you are planning to buy any subscription, go for Iconic because recorded videos are available. Now along with that, you will also get the live videos as well, so you can refer both of them. Okay, hi, so there is a good news now that my recorded content which you used to get on Ravindra platform will also be available on the Unacademy platform. Okay, so what I mean to say is, so there are two kinds of subscriptions you can go for. One is Plus and the other one is Iconic. Now Plus is all about live classes, crash courses, weekly tests, doubt solving, and English and Hindi batches. This is what you are going to get if you go for Plus. Now if you go for Iconic subscription, along with all the live classes by me and many other faculty, you are also going to get the recorded content of Ravindra. Okay, so whatever recorded content was there earlier of Ravindra, that will also be available for you in the Iconic subscription. So along with these recorded classes, you will also get the live classes and all these benefits. And in Iconic, you have many other benefits, like you will be given a personal coach and a study planner and a dedicated doubt clearing instructors and preparatory material, study booster sessions, and personalized test analysis. So all these benefits you are going to get in Iconic. So in Iconic, you get all the live classes along with my recorded classes and a mentor and dedicated doubt answering classes. So Iconic is like you get everything. So I think no one in India is providing all these services. Okay, so take Iconic subscription in order to get my classes, recorded classes, as well as all these benefits. And if you have already taken Plus, then upgrade it to Iconic, you are going to get all my classes. Okay, now that is not the only reason why you should be joining Unacademy. Now if you look at it, the India's best faculty are on Unacademy. These people are all senior to me and they are all legends in their respective subject. For example, Venkatrao sir is a legend in TOC compiler design, and Subbareddy sir is a legend in algorithms. He is also called God of Algorithms. And Sanchit Jain sir, you must be knowing about him. He is also a YouTuber like me. And Saurav Thakur is a legend in aptitude. And Uma Maheswara sir is the most senior faculty for mathematics, right? And similarly, we have Vishwadeep Goti also, who is teaching CO. So these many people are actually conducting live classes, and you also will get my recorded classes. And whenever you feel like any topic is not good in any of this, see, all these people will be teaching multiple subjects. So if you don't like one particular topic from one faculty, you can actually look at other faculties classes also. Generally it doesn't happen, because all these people are best at what they are doing. So generally it doesn't happen that you don't like their classes. You will definitely like them. In case if you want more choices also, you can choose. That is what I'm saying. Okay, so we are going, you have live